it's lights out, and we're racing for the sprint here in Zandvoort. Perfect launch off the line there for George Russell. He holds on to the lead. Lando Norris tries to follow him through. Charles Leclerc holds on to third place as Kimi Antonelli goes right round the outside of Oscar Piastri for fourth place. But it's George Russell who leads away. Lando Norris tries to take a low line and sneak to the inside, but he can't find a way through. He's on the second place. Then it's Charles Leclerc in third. Kimi Antonelli, the championship leader's up to fourth ahead of Oscar Piastri. Behind him comes Max Verstappen in sixth. And then it's Lewis Hamilton in seventh. Great start though for George Russell. He leads on the first lap of 24 in the Zandvoort sprint. Yeah, Russell got off the line beautifully to hold off the likes of Norris and Leclerc as well, but Russell is holding on as Antonelli tries a little look on the inside of Leclerc. Antonelli really going for it on the first lap here, almost making a move on Charles Leclerc there, but he holds on to fourth place. Leclerc holds on to third as Piastri holds off Verstappen for fifth place as Russell leads away and already streaking away from Lando Norris in the lead on the first lap of 24. And there is the Racing Bulls of Arvid Lindblad holding off Liam Lawson in the Red Bull. Russell though leads over the line at the end lap one. You can see Russell is still leading, but just under a second though from Lando Norris. It's still tight in the battle for the lead here in Zandvoort. There's still a long way to go, but anything can happen, and we're already approaching lap 8. Lap 16 of 24, it's getting tight there as Russell continues to lead with Norris acing him down. Leclerc right on Norris's tail in the battle for second though, as Hamilton is getting even closer to Max Verstappen, but he's just not close enough to make a move, as it's getting even tighter and tighter in the battle for the lead here. There's still 9 laps to go around the dunes here at Zandvoort in this sprint race. Hamilton, as we ride on board of him, is trying his hardest to get past Verstappen, but Verstappen is still hanging on to that 6th place, with Hamilton chasing him down all the way to the flag. Oh, this is going to be tasty. Look how close Charles Leclerc is getting to Lando Norris. Look how close Charles Leclerc is about to make an overtake. Here goes Charles Leclerc down the inside of Lando Norris, almost banging wheels, and Charles Leclerc gets past Lando Norris and moves up into second place. What a move from the Ferrari. He's ahead of the McLaren, and now has he got enough pace and enough tyres to put pressure on Russell for the sprint win. Let's see this again. This was an amazing move for Charles Leclerc. Norris tried to cover the inside. Leclerc went to the inside anyway. And by the time they exited Tarzan corner, Leclerc says, "Thank you, Lando. I'll take second place." We started the final lap as Antonelli has a little look, but he's not that close enough to make a lunge on Lando Norris. Antonelli will hold on to fourth. Norris will hold on to third, unless Antonelli can get even closer to try and go for a dive bomb here at turn 3. This is where he collided with Charles Leclerc last year. Is he going to do the same thing to Lando Norris this year? Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, because Antonelli decides to back off and not go for the inside line. Norris will hold on to third. Antonelli, though, is putting pressure on him all the way to the checkered flag in this sprint. As you can see there, some rain on the camera lens as we ride on board with Antonelli there. It is starting to rain here at Zandvoort once again, as it has been 3 years ago in the Grand Prix. But we are just about to approach the end of the sprint. Antonelli still chasing Norris. Verstappen still chasing after Piastri, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Antonelli's got one last chance to try and get past Piastri, but he's too further back to try and make that move work. But out front, here is George Russell. He's led from the very start, and he will take it all the way to the finish. What a way to bounce back from the summer break. George Russell wins the sprint here at Zandvoort. Charles Leclerc takes second place. Lando Norris completes the sprint podium just ahead of Antonelli. Piastri will just finish fifth, ahead of Max Verstappen in sixth. Hamilton and Gasly will complete the point scorers. But it's George Russell who does the hustle on a Saturday in a sprint. He's victorious as the rain hammers it down right at the end there. This has been a sprint of success for George Russell, and look how hard it's raining already. My word, thank goodness we ended the sprint before the heavy rain. Russell's taken that. just before it started pouring down with rain. George Russell wins the sprint while we head into qualifying.
Nice work today. Good work. Well done, mate. That would have been a very sketchy last lap if that rain came about earlier. Good job. Yeah, good job.
Well done, George. Tick the first box for the weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Edo.
Look at that! The rain's hammering down, and it's already ended before we even got drama. Wow. But after all that, George Russell, he proves that he can still fight for this world championship as he takes victory in the sprint race, and he will head into Grand Prix qualifying with a big amount of confidence, and that is why he is in a car that can win a championship. Russell wins the sprint on a Saturday here at Zandvoort. Let's see what he can do in Grand Prix qualifying to see if he can catch Antonelli. It's going to be tricky and tricky here at Zandvoort for qualifying.